Hello, and this is my informative speech for extra credit, which I have titled, What Brainiac Builders Have Taught Me. First off, I'd like to apologize that you can't see my face, but for some reason with the recording setup I have, I cannot use a camera, and I also apologize for the horrible recording. There's probably a lot of static in my voice, so I apologize for that. Alright. To be a successful writer and to help your story come to life, you have to show and not tell. For example, just saying the lake was beautiful tells the reader that the lake was beautiful, but why was it beautiful? What made it so special? Some people have different opinions on what the word beautiful means. Instead of this, you could show your reader with more specific details. The sun was reflecting off the crystal-like water. Comparing the water, or whatever it is you're talking about, can be a good way to put a picture in the reader's head. You can also describe the whole area. So instead of writing something like, James walked into the principal's office and sat down. Ah, James, what brings you here? Asked the principal. Instead, James walked into the principal's office, sitting down in an empty chair in front of the principal's desk. James had never been in the principal's office before. There were pictures on the wall of the principal's various vacations, and some with him shaking hands with a graduate student. His desk was unorganized. There were papers and files scattered everywhere. There was a pencil sharpener and a lamp on the right side near the wall. Ah, James, what brings you here? The principal asked. He was wearing a white shirt with dress pants and a plain red tie. This might be over 3 times as long as what was originally written, but it gets a better visual into your reader's head. Another thing that is great for improving your writing is to following the following traits. Ideas, content, organization, your voice, sentence fluency, word choice, and grammar. Why I color these is because here is an example of, I'm going to give you a paragraph right here, and then these colors will represent which trait should have been used. So the example. Why I like chicken. I like chicken because I taste really good. My most favorite chicken is Kentucky Fried in a deep fryer. Another type of chicken that I like is homemade. It just tastes really good. Once I made this chicken with cornflake skin. That tasted really good. Things just taste better when you make them yourself. Instead, we could use those 6 traits above. Now, the words that are crossed out, I mean delete, but instead of deleting them, I just did that so you could see, like, for example, most and in a deep fryer, and then for example, right here, the it is purple. That's because it is an example of word choice, because before it was I taste really good. Now it's it tastes really good. So to save on time, you could hit pause on this video and try to go through that, because that would take me like an extra 3 to 4 minutes. So just to save both of us time, we will just read through that, and then you can check it more a bit later if you'd like. Why I like chicken. I like chicken because it tastes really good. My favorite chicken is Kentucky Fried. Another type of chicken that I really like is homemade fried chicken. It just tastes really good. Once I made this chicken with cornflake skin, that tasted really good. Things just taste better when you make them yourself. Another important thing to learn how to use are lead-ins and parentheses. Lead-ins might not be great for writing stories, but can be useful when writing a paper or a report. The point of lead-ins and parentheses, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, is so you can take a quote from something else and use it without it being counted as plagiarism. For example, you can just say, so, we shouldn't take our education for granted because education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. You should give credit to the source you got the quote from. We shouldn't take our education for granted. Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Or, if your quote was from a book, you can just put the author's last name and then the page of the book in brackets afterwards. But only if the author and book weren't mentioned before the quote. For example, if you said, I really liked it in Narnia with C.S. Lewis, when he said this, then you just have to do the page. You don't have to say the author again. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and